Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna do one more video, because I'm having fun with this. And then I gotta order food and then go. I mean, if you do buff out the fucking Comey and set Cabby will take power, Russia could become the funny. They could become the funny, that's true. Ireland only has content for, what, 6 years? 5, 6 years? So we won't fully see the impact of the funny anyway, which is probably for the best. I am getting a call right now. Hold on. Gotta tell my buddy I am streaming. Russia could become the funny. Right, we can't do anything until the bill passes. I was a little confused for a second. Imagine Tabby versus the SBA, Yin versus Yang. Ah. Bill fails, empowers the left wing, and nothing happens. Okay, let's do the civilian investment bill, because I'm curious about this one. And it sounds like it might actually be more useful than just outlawing something. After a recent evaluation, we found out that our infrastructure is good, but not nearly as great as it should be. Our current budget for the year is limited, but we can see if we can stretch it. It is possible to stretch the budget. We should try as much as possible. The more money we can acquire from projects that aren't needed can be funneled to public works infrastructure. This bill passed will give us more funds that we can have allocated to our budget. Using this money, we can begin to invest wholly into Ireland. We will direct a large chunk of funds into the railways lines that run across Ireland, making our shipping more efficient. This should in turn help our economy. We can also give leftover funds to investors and entrepreneurs to build Irish investments. Yeah, that works. That sounds fun. Sounds entirely reasonable. Okay, Kai has been elected. Okay, so what's this gonna do? Increasing our production unit count. This is gonna be good. So, compromise, expand police. We're already in the compromise range with that. And then we encourage the hardliners, and we're good. It's pissing off the North, and the cooperativeness is going down. Which I might eventually want to up. Ooh, okay, interesting. That's new Guangdong content, I believe. Which, I don't know what that's going to entail entirely, but it looks interesting to me. I think that's Shifting Tides, which I don't know when that's coming, but will come one of these days, I imagine. Yep, there they go. A retaliatory invasion against the Philippines. So they rose up there. A hardliner denounced us. As long as it's only one, I could give less of a fuck. Guangdong looks like it'll be hell. Yeah. Are they gonna win? There, question mark. The socialists are getting beat back very hard, which is unfortunate. Palacos has won the election. Popular Front, Socidems, okay. Interesting. How's Brazil doing? Continued industrialization. Cyberpunk 1962 PlayStation Edition. Yeah, sheesh. Let's do a bit of that, and then let's do nuclear reactors. Why not? Can I not research them? Hello? Maybe I can't. Yeah, just didn't let me research them, which is interesting. Well, let's do Aaron Go Brah. I know I butchered that. You don't have to tell me that. The country has finally been stabilized. Our economy is finally stable for once and not on the verge of collapsing itself. Ulster has thankfully been stabilized as well, so we can finally focus on other things. We can finally relax for a few moments in time for a small celebration. How we should begin to plan out the next few years. While it may seem that we are finished on the domestic stage, we still have lots to do on the international stage and even some issues back at home. One of them being the situation with Ulster. While it seems to have stabilized, it could still boil over at every moment. On the international stage, we need to contend the issue of reopening talks with Germany. However, it's time for celebration in Ireland. Yeah, we're actually close on that one. Are you saying that to say, no, you were right, you fucked up? Or is that actually true? What is going on in Colombia? Okay. Oh shit, Madagascar is having shit going on. Oh shit. Oh, are the Jews gone? Oh no, I think the Jews are gone. Shit. Oh, the bill passes. 2 production units. Extra bill. Debt. And then GDP increase and infrastructure. Shit, I wasn't paying attention to that. I guess my brain's already in autopilot, so I'm thinking, okay, it's just, Madagascar war again. Oh, man! Looks like coalition forces. Okay, you guys lost Madagascar Civil War, looks like. So it looks like now it's going to be between Japan, I'm guessing here, and Germany here. Oh, that is interesting. The only possible criticism is bra? Okay. So it's Erin go bra. I gotcha. Jamaica declares independence. Okay. Well, good luck to West Indies Federation then. Shit, the U.S. lose the Indies crisis. Right, remember there was a bit of an Indies crisis there. We'll see. I guess we already dealt with Guyana, it looks like. Amor's getting beat back, or are they? Because, I mean, they're holding on to the VP that gives them the value. Okay. Well, Flowery Pub was busy as usual. It was the evening rush, and people were coming out in droves for a bite to eat at the pub. Admiral Flowery, the owner, had been kept on his toes with the influx of patrons over the past couple of years. Ireland's finally starting to get back on her feet, it seems. People were feeling the benefits. More and more people could afford to go eat out or get a drink, and Adam himself was even able to afford to hire a proper cook so he could focus on the bar. Jamaica only goes free if the US fucks up helping the West Indies while Germany supports Jamaica. Okay, I gotcha. Tom and his buddies were sitting on one end of the bar, chatting loudly among themselves. Tom was now considered a bit of a local hero after he organized a strike outside one of those factories owned by the German bastard Joseph Hobbs. Managed to get the whole damn country talking about worker safety. How about another round, Tom? Adam shouted over Den. Tom raised his mug in acknowledgement, setting out a round of cheers among his fellows, all clamoring to pick up his tab. He hadn't paid for a beer in weeks. Yes, although Adam thought things really were starting to look up for Ireland. Even the paramilitaries in the north had quieted down after their terrorist attacks, though Adam knew better than to think that it was anything more than the calm before the storm. Really, the only problem Ireland was left facing was the damn Germans. Adam frowned. Surely the Tausich like to talk about how the Irish are independent from the Reich, and even introduce some legislation to bring back Irish business over German ones, but all the big corporations in Germany still have their slimy tentacles all over Ireland. Factory owners by giant German companies still dotted the landscape, and Germany was the primary importer of Irish-made goods. Too much violent economists had him German hands at him, reckon. He was drawn from his reverie by a call for another round of drinks. Warning about the Germans could come later. Perhaps for now they can enjoy peace and prosperity. Who wants another beer? Death of that guy? Uh-oh. It's a little unfortunate there. I think now we just wait for Hitler. Is that right? Because I remember there's going to be, everyone needs to stay calm. That's going to pop up soon. Real quick, I'm going to mute my microphone and I'm going to order some food. Actually, guys, I'm trying to figure out, what should I get? Should I get a burger? Should I get a burger or a grilled cheese sandwich? What are you guys thinking? I want to ask you all your opinion. Burger or grilled cheese? I just had another angry snap from Kev. I'm very curious. Grilled cheese sounds good. I was thinking grilled cheese too. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll make sure to play your message right as we get back, Kev, okay? Iberian Council. That reminds me, I'm going to have to play Iberia as my first major. It's going to be fun. I know. Okay, they're dialing. I'll mute myself in a second. Any second. Shit, it is Saturday. They might be busy. Alright, boys. I got me... Oh, I need to hang up. I got me a grilled cheese sandwich, bacon and tomato, side of garlic fries. Shit sounds dope. And let's hear the angry Irishman and what he has to say about my shitty Gaelic pronunciations.
Okay, Mom, this is actually the third or fourth time.
Taoiseach.
Yeah?
Yeah? Good? Yeah, I did. Great.
Taoiseach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop.
Okay, I won't say Taoiseach then. You told me to stop. I won't pronounce it Taoiseach. Taoiseach. Tide Pods. Okay, you know, honestly, like, I'll message you. You know, I shouldn't probably message you after, and I will know shit. I'll write down how I'm supposed to say this. I'll write down how I'm supposed to say all of this. Oh, Hitler's dead. Just like, you know, just send me a DM now on Discord with all the pronunciations. I will write it. I'll pull it up, and I'll reference it whenever I have any of these fucking words. Because I don't want to, I'm not intentionally mispronouncing it. I'm just a fucking idiot. I can only remember so much of a shit. What's old Finland up to? They're a free market. Controlled democracy, though. You Ever see the dude with video who smoked a... No. Man smoked a Tide Pod? Alright. Well, let me pull the timer back out. It's a disaster. Oh, it's German. It's a disaster here. Everyone's throwing their stuff around in the game. There's scrimmages all over the country, and everyone's taking a side. Alright, Gallagher. Where's the successor to the Führer? Is he in control? Nobody's in control. Speer's students are revolting in the ruhr. Bombman's gathering HoI in the south. Goring's taking over the east, and the SS are going berserk in occupied France and in Poland. Hell, Speidel seems to be putting his name in contention, as the forces are locking down Germany as we speak. So as the last Aer Lingus is looking in Tempelhof right now. I can brief you more than I get there. Alright, good luck to you. Utasua. Amelia. See, I'm butchering multiple accents, not only the Irish one. Okay, I'm only making it good. Okay, I'm just making sure. Immediately after there was silence, Lamass and Eichen looked at each other. Both knew what this meant. What the pact would be with Germany and anarchy, well, the economy would be without Germany and anarchy. And what Ireland would now be without its economic lifeline. Lamass cursed at the top of his lungs. He wasn't going to hide it. Hell awaits us. And it's thus necessary that the individual should finally come to realize his own ego is of no importance in comparison with the existence of a nation. Adolf Hitler. So it begins. Okay. Well. Worst case scenario. For months we've been hearing rumors from Germania. Rumors of the Führer's ailing health. Rumors of instability within the Reichstag. Now it seems that the rumors have come to a head. Hitler's dead. The Great Reich is in its death throes. Now the various factions within the German government make war with each other in a desperate bid for power, leaving the remaining nations within the Unity Pact all may depend on the Reich in one sense or another to defend for themselves. Ireland's economy, like many of those in the Pact, has only survived thus far on the backs of the German investors and mega corporations, both sources of revenue that have dried up entirely due to the chaos of the German Civil War. Ireland stands alone for the first time in decades, and the economy has begun to flatline. Something must be done to stabilize the nation and fix the problem. It must be done soon if we ever hope to recover. Okay, Okay, I cannot increase the money creation, it seems. Poverty rate is going down slowly enough. That's nice. Okay, huh. Okay, it looks like the Germans won in Madagascar. And shit's starting to explode in the Arcades. Very interesting. A Reich divided. Speidel's assuming control of Germania. Ooh. Okay, that's a new guy. There's a gamer. There's a very, very depressed man who's at his fucking limits. Expansion to Africa. Final amounts in the Discord if you want to see the meme. Let me see, Ooh, I'll check that out later. Hidden Heroes. Meyer Land Routes with the Oligarchy. Africa Shield. Yep. As Danny walked down the beaten path, glancing block to block, he imagined what he saw here in Dublin was happening on every other Irish street. With shop fronts boarded up and the muffled cry city life that usually could be heard at the time of night, all but gone. Hope bit the dust behind all the closed doors, and despair swept swiftly to fill its place. Indeed, it was an empty and lifeless place to be left on. Danny thought that in some weird way he was no different to each of those abandoned buildings. He too had ditched by everyone around him, and the moment the realization of economic chaos had set in, though those who had already left had gone on to a far better place, at least what he imagined. Nevertheless, he had gone and he was left behind to rot. One of the only comforts Danny could find in the midst of all of this was the assurance that it could not possibly get worse. The sheer amount of discontent and devastation would have to get the attention of those in power. Surely they would realize the need for change. They cannot go on allowing him and the rest of Ireland to be beaten back like this. A better country would surely form from all the insanity and confusion. Yet that promise was not as comforting as he had first thought. Those who had allowed the collapse to happen again were in charge of the recovery. Again, Danny asked himself where the hope of the last few years had brought him. Given the bleak reality he endured, he cast on it doubt on any optimism once more. Why should he think this next era would be any better, let alone any different from the rest? Ooh. I have a German investor's presence. The more damage our national GDP will take. Uh-oh! Well, there goes the investors. Shit. Okay. Okay, so inflation isn't going to do anything right now. We have negative real growth. Shite, okay. I think we'll cut army expenditure a little bit. We'll increase admin. That'll increase the taxable population, so hopefully that'll help balance things out a little bit. So does Ukraine explode? I don't know. Let's unpause and find out. Okay, let's just calm down. The people of Ireland are quite reasonably in a state of panic. Decades of economic growth have been dashed against the stones in a matter of hours. People suddenly can't afford basic necessities like food and water. We need to calm them down before they start rioting in the streets. Sean Lemass will give a series of televised speeches to the public, urging calm in this time of crisis. He'll also very publicly accept lower pay and strongly urge other members of the government to follow suit. We must do what we can to show the public that we are on top of the situation, give the people of Ireland just a little bit of hope in these troubling times. Serbs rise up. Oh, fuck. Families among the Isle have been quite used to cutting down the size of a shopping list. First, one of the few pleasant luxuries they could afford, televisions, telephones, and the like. The more spending had to be stopped. New clothes, shoes, bedding, fuel, furniture, all becoming too expensive for the majority of households. Yet, to every worker's continuing despair, prices continue to become steeper and steeper with their incomes remaining meager. It didn't take long before there was little left to cut. Food had to be taken off their plates, meals had to be skipped. There was no choice but to ignore their constant aching and their half-starved stomachs, all the while knowing that this was all not their fault. Still, the prices soared. Without food to feed the families, the good of citizens of Ireland despaired, for soon they would find there was nothing left to lose but their lives. Anything had to be done. So, poverty's going up. Yeah, just calm down. It's okay. See, our research facilities are doing well. And there goes South Africa. Let's go work on more weapons, I guess. African Chaos, go figure. Oh, did we change the quote from Carl to Karl von Clausewitz? Okay. Well, a domino stop here. Jesus, fuck. Prices soared by over 150%. Kara, back our stuff. Yes, all of it. We have to go now. Kara! That line alone was enough to spook Sean to his very core. He dared not read any further in case it added to his mounting stress. Sean knew he had to act decisively and fast if he was going to get out of here with anything of value. Yes, I'm serious, Kara. Pack all you can. It's not like it'll be worth anything here. His life's work was gone. His old fortune, scant as it might have been, was reduced to nothing in the course of a few days. He could not even see a point in staying to the end of the week to receive his pay. Only be a matter of hours before the bastards would wiped that all out too. If he wanted a better life for him and his wife, it was never often for Sean than to leave, and leave fast. You know what we're doing. You know you're doing the right thing for the both of us. There's nothing left for us here. You understand, don't you, Kara? Everything of value is lost. I don't know if value means anything anymore. It was a sunny day in the Northern Irish countryside. Just to make things even better. Where he got the call. Something bad happened. A tiny village called Whitecross had inspectors all up in arms. Inspector Eamon had gotten the call to come in as he was preparing for his daughter's wedding. A fact he was not very happy about. Unfortunately, the job had to come first. He arrived at the scene, pulling up to the side of the road. Police units had cordoned off a significant part of the street, were holding back a small but growing crowd of onlookers, likely a significant part of the tiny village. Waving his badge at one of the police officers, he made his way through the crowd into the clearing. You the inspector? Inspector Eamon of Goddess Sauchana? I was called in for something. What's the situation? Officer James Flanagan, Northern Ireland Constabulary. It's a right mess out here. 4 officers of the army were killed in a roadside bombing. Shite. Shite is right. The military's pissed and we gotta play it safe. The military wants to conduct the investigation themselves. It took a lot of convincing to let them to do it here instead. Alright, well, what do we have so far? I'll save real quick. Well, we think it was the UVF, but we don't have any solid evidence to prove that yet. We have a number of witnesses who are being held to answer some questions, and there's the bodies themselves. There's not a whole lot left of them, but you might be able to glean something if you look hard enough. It's gonna show, Inspector. Just let us know if there's anything you need. Eamon took a moment to ponder before he came to a decision. Let's wait. Let's question the witnesses. See what they know. Oh, Jesus, poverty is rising up like hell. Oh, Jesus Christ, there are new guys there. What the shit? Oh my god. Oh, it's all falling apart. Oh, there's... I thought Medvedev was in the AB. What happened there? What?
Is that a Tavarisky reference? What the fuck?
I know it's an actual symbol of the monarchist movement, but it's funny to say that. George Colley, the leader of the moderate wing of Foyle, lay in bed that evening after his meeting with Jack Lynch. They had a great deal in common in the stance of future Ireland, yet Colley was having strange feelings about Lynch's attitude. He couldn't quite put a finger on it, but he sensed a rift between them, suggesting that there was a hard limit on how far their policies would coincide. He frowned and shifted in his bed. He'd already lost an hour's sleep to this odd feeling. What was the difference between them? He focused on a single interaction, but it seemed stuck in his mind. What if they went our separate ways after the meeting? Lynch had shaken his hand. To our future with our friends in Washington. What was it that bothered Colley so much about his statement? Colley was in agreement that Ireland's future involved stronger ties with America and a withdrawal from the pact. Doctrine of neutrality would serve Ireland well, allowing Germany to feel safe enough in the situation to avoid a costly and pointless invasion, also allowing Ireland the ability to trade with both economic blocs. Our friends in Washington. Colley's eyes shot up wide open as dawned on what the difference was. That idiot wants to join the OFN. I've actually been through that village, White Cross. A car bomb might have actually lightened the place up a bit. No shit. Oh, damn. Huh. Small fucking world. Lord, I have a problem. I think we all do, quite honestly. My country has its freedom. It no longer is an occupied colony of the British. For that I'm thankful. But sometimes, even as I look at my flag, I fear we've changed one master for another. And me wondering if we've lost our way as a nation. Germans are everywhere now. German goods in our stores, vehicles in our roads. Even when we celebrate our troops, when they march down the streets, we have German equipment and trained officers. Our government is made up of sole ruling party, and they do whatever the Germans want. In essence, we have traded our occupation and colonization by the English for de facto colonization by the Germans. I know maybe I shouldn't question it. My father does business with the Germans, and he's made money off of it. Money that's got to my family quite things we wouldn't have enjoyed otherwise. Money has given me the quality life I enjoy today. But I hear some things about where the money comes from. That they are camps full of slaves. That's where our goods, our equipment, our vehicles come from. I'm not sure. They say it's all lies, and the British mistreat the people under the rule as well. But I know the Germans have done what the Germans have done to London, Warsaw, Rotterdam. I can only imagine what they are doing to Africa and Siberia right now. The Spanish and Rome itself want nothing to do with them. Not they as Catholic as I. The Germans might just be every bit as bad as the British, but wrapped in the cloth of Irish nationalism. So what I ask, Lord, is if we are really on the right path. Our judgment is clouded, and I lack the way to know if I am on the right path of righteousness. Please give me a sign, a signal that shows which way is right. Amen. Which ideology is Pleskow? Where's Pleskow? Pleskow. They are gamer. Agrarian Spartanism. Which I think it's technically esoteric Nazism, right? Yeah, esoteric Nazism. Well, I think that's it for the YouTube people, so I'll see you out and about. Goodbye, folks. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you around. Bye.